The family home of Staff Sergeant Robert Bales, empty now as his wife and children have moved to the military base where he worked between overseas deployments. This quiet community has had a week to digest news that one among them, a decorated soldier, is accused of mass murder. In local places of worship, it's an opportunity to consider all who've been affected by this terrible incident.
Our hope and prayer is that soon it'll be a day of peace, and that the violence that destroys families there and here will end.
Neighbors, comrades in arms, and old friends have talked about their shock at the accusations against Bales. Reports speak of a family man with financial worries, disappointed about not being promoted, and at having to go into combat for a fourth time. But his motives remain unclear. One schoolmate from Ohio said he'd been insulting to Afghans in a recent online message. When asked how he was doing, Bales wrote, quote, "Overseas is boring. This trip pretty dumb. Giving money to," and here he uses a derogatory term for Afghans, "instead of bullets just doesn't seem right," end quote. The shock is felt nationwide and could move public opinion even further against the war in Afghanistan. Polls say half of all Americans want a speedier withdrawal of U.S. forces than President Obama's plan to pull out by 2014. Leading Republican presidential contenders have also said it may be time to leave. In California, Afghan-American demonstrators made their feelings plain.
It doesn't matter where you kill, it's killing people that's wrong. It doesn't matter if it's Muslim, Christian, American, Afghan, it's wrong. And especially when you kill civilian people.
Sergeant Bales will meet face-to-face with his legal team on Monday for the first time in Kansas, where he's being held. Options for his defense include a claim of post-traumatic stress brought on by multiple deployments to war zones. But the legal team says they haven't yet determined how best to defend their client. Eventually, there'll be a court-martial in this case, with a soldier on trial for the slaughter of innocents in a war zone. But in the wider courts of public, even world opinion, U.S. military strategy and planning for Iraq and Afghanistan are coming under increasing scrutiny and questioning. Daniel Lack, Al Jazeera, outside Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington.